Hi there, welcome to Tuesday's market commentary for Tuesday, November 9th, 2010. Here's a chart of the S&P 500, and what we can see here, we've got a nice rally up here to the upside here, and then today it came down a little bit. Looks like a big day, but it really isn't a big day at all. Look at all of the nice little up days we've had, one down day. If it does start to pull back here, we can see that our stochastic's a little overvalued, maybe MACD's a little high. If it does pull back, I'm going to have to say that support's right there at about 1200 for our support level. And if I go back and maybe look at a weekly chart, you'll see that resistance is pretty close to where it's at right now, right here at about 1220. If we go back on a weekly chart quite a bit back here, you'd see 1220 as resistance, and that was kind of our high right up and through here as well. So we're going to call this one here. I'm going to be just a little bit neutral short term, thinking it's going to pull back to about 1200 before it tries to bounce. If it breaks beneath 1200, we can go short term bearish. Right now we're going to go neutral till it hits 1200, and then once that happens, we expect to bounce back to the upside. So 1220 resistance, 1200 support. Let's look at the same thing for the NASDAQ and see how that one looks for us. And this is our chart here of the NASDAQ composite. We can see 2600 right through here, and the only reason I'm using 2600, it's the closest whole number that I'm looking at here. If I go back look at a weekly chart, you'll see we're quite a bit away from any real solid numbers here. So 2600 just as a psychological resistance level, be our resistance here, come up here at 2600, and our support we're going to call it right down here at about 2541, which is that gap open price. So that's going to be our support level. So right now, why our MACDs and stochastics, again, just like on the S&P, are a little bit overvalued, we'll call this short-term neutral while we pull back to this 2541 level. If we break through that to the downside, then we'll go short-term bearish. But as long as we stay above that, we should hit that level and bounce. I'm going to call it just a little bit more neutral, and until we hit that level and bounce. And then if it goes above 2600, we can go back to a bullish position again. So short-term 2600 and 2541 are our support and resistance levels. Okay, let's look now at the last part of it. So we have combined.